Bushy Tail. June Smith, how are you doing today?
I am blessed and highly flavored.
Highly flavored?
And highly flavored,
You
sir.
you ready for a great day today?
I am ready
Weather-wise?
for a great day today, yesterday, and tomorrow.
Okay, well we've been absent for 2 days so far this week, and this is only the third day this week. So what's up with that noise?
Handling business.
Getting it done.
Getting it done.
Okay, we are live. Morning, yo family.
On God.
On guard, I am Smitty Smith.
And I am June Smith. We've been away making dreams happen.
Absolutely, family. We get ups with the get down, all about the town. Boom, I'm a poet, and you know it. Hey, family, I'd like to welcome everybody to May 7th. June, 239 days left in 2025. 239.
Woohoo!
There you go. I always need that sound effect to move along, move along. But family, June and I, we'd also like to welcome you to the Grits and Grants Crazy Faith. If I get my screen to act right, Crazy Faith family. I believe it. That's all that matters. I'm going to achieve it. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
I believe in me. I believe in my abilities. I believe I was blessed. I truly believe that I'm highly flavored. June, are you highly flavored?
I am highly flavored.
What does that mean?
That we live in our best life to the highest potential.
Okay. All right. The
And
better.
and we are flavored for that.
Is that salt and pepper, vinegar, onion? I mean, what flavoring is this exactly?
Whatever flavor you choose to be.
So you mean it's up to me?
That's right.
I get to choose how I'm flavored?
Smitty, you know it's your world.
But you know, family, sometimes stuff be happening, June. Sometimes, June, you shoot out that hello just to make sure we're getting out
just
there.
did it.
Okay, great. Oh, there it is. Okay. You're right, June. We back. We back in the saddle. You know?
We is back.
You know, June, it's amazing how you work very hard to create some structure.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm a structure type person. June's more of a free flower. You know, would you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. And sometimes, you know, either way you go, things don't always line up quite the way you want them to line up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and when June and I, when we speak of being crazy faith, we're speaking in terms of no matter the matter, family. Either to the left or to the right. I got to get it done.
Yeah.
You know, I prefer to go straight ahead.
Yeah.
You know, because what's the shortest distance between 2 points is a what?
A straight line.
Straight line, family. But you know, sometimes things just happen. Sometimes it's your fault. Sometimes it's not your fault.
Mm-hmm.
We would call those sometimes accidental alignments.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You know, accidental alignments. Things just line up in a different way than what we want them to line up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when crazy faith kicks in, family. It says that, you know what? I got to find a way. There is a way. I just have to find that way. Or better yet, what if I'm even big and bad enough?
And make a way.
Yes,
Ooh.
exactly. Exactly. That's crazy faith. That's crazy faith that says that, yes, problems are going to come up. Yes, situations are going to arise. Yes, there are going to be barriers that just get out of nowhere, end up directly in my path.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm crazy enough, I'm highly flavored enough to know that I'm going to push through them. It may take more time than what I want.
More patience.
More patience. I want to become a homeowner. I want to buy a new car. I'm tired of being apartment poor. I'm tired of this car payment that I really can't afford.
Yeah.
I'm tired of my car insurance being high. I'm tired of my landlord not fixing anything. I'm tired of my rent increasing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got all these things I want to change in my life, June. And it's like sometimes I just don't know which one to start on first.
Yeah.
You know, we call that dreams and desires. One's dreams and desires. We call that life. I want things to get done. I desire things to get done. I dream about things having been done. You know what, June, and a matter of fact, speaking strictly on home ownership, that's actually the first step in becoming a homeowner.
Yeah.
It's just dreaming about it. People call me and they say, Smitty, what's the first thing I should do? I said, just dream about home ownership. That's it. You know, you've already done your number one. You're on the path.
And you know,
dreamed
you
about it.
can hear that voice like, huh? What
Yeah,
do you dream about
yeah,
it?
yeah. You know, I was like, just go to rvablue.com.
Mm-hmm.
Just look at houses. I mean, you know, you got to create a reason for the season, family. there's got to be a reason why you want to achieve a goal. You just can't say, "Oh, I want to do this," and I'm from my experience anyway, family. I'm preaching to myself. I'm the pastor, y'all the choir. All right, so I'm preaching to the choir. But for me, June, I just can't say I want something.
Yeah.
And then that be it. No, I have to be specific. This is what I want to achieve, and this is why I want to achieve it, and this is what I believe is going to look like, feel like, taste like once I've achieved it. So see, family, even if it's only in my head, but that's where the success starts, and that's where the success ends.
Yeah.
It's in my head. That's why my head is as big as it is, you know. And sometimes I was just gonna beat you to it, June. And sometimes my head hurts, June. You ever have so much you want to do that you just, you just
Oh
kinda,
gosh, yes.
you know, and as parents say on kids, you're doing too much.
You ever kind of walk through the door and then walk back through the door?
Yeah.
Like, okay, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I need to what?
What?
I just
Yeah.
And people looking like, what is wrong with her? Or him.
Yeah, or him, yeah, it's more her than him. Or here's one of my favorites, June. I'm only going to admit it to family. I'm talking to you. I'm trying to get out the door because I'm late.
Yes.
And I'm like, June, I got to go, but I can't find my cell phone. But where's my cell phone? In my hand. I'm talking to you.
Yes.
You know, surely I'm not the only one that does this.
No.
You know, we call that, June, stimulus overload.
Yes.
I'm trying to get it all done at the same time. Sometimes I can pull it off, June. Sometimes we can't. You know, June, yesterday, a couple of days ago, you wanted to do like 5 different major financial goals.
Oh, good Lord, yes.
One right after another, after another, after another. And you know what, family? We made the mistake of taking our son car shopping. And June fell in love. Oh my God, this car was made specifically for June.
It was.
No one else should own this car other than June.
That is correct.
June, did you ever see the movie Christine?
No.
You never saw the scary movie Christine where the car comes to life?
No.
And okay, yeah, you got to watch it. It's a really cool movie.
No.
But this car was made. I'm sure a million of viewers have. Okay,
No.
all right. But this car was made just for June, and June wasn't thinking about buying a car.
I wasn't.
All right, but when she walked on the lot, man.
But you know, like most of us, we're not thinking about stuff when we go to the store, or we think, you know, whether it's a grocery store, a jewelry store, whatever. We go in there to either accompany someone to help them make a selection, or to buy that one thing that they need from the grocery store.
Yeah.
And they walk out with so many other things that they did not intend to buy.
And that wasn't even part of your original mission in life.
Not at all. I don't need a car. I just got a car.
Your mission was just to accompany Daniel, you know.
That
You
was
know,
it.
you weren't there to buy a car. But family, you know what? And that's why we say it's always best to have a budget, to have a plan.
But I was able to walk away without the car.
But did you? Did you, June?
I did.
Did you?
I walked away.
Did you really?
I talked about it for a couple of days, but I still walked away.
I like to think of it more of a crawl. Over time, you crawled away, all right? And now that I brought it back to your remembrance, as my pastor would always say, back to your remembrance, you may have a little bit more withdrawal issues, you know?
I'm good.
All right. Good morning, Jacqueline. How are you?
Good morning, Jacqueline.
Jacqueline says, make a list first. I absolutely agree. You know, I love writing stuff down.
But Jacqueline, we being for real
This
here.
was a nice car, Jacqueline. I got to tell you, it was tight.
You make a list, but who can honestly say that they absolutely stick to that list if they have extra money to spend? If you're on a budget, then, you know, you go in there with a certain amount and you stick to that because you're on a budget. But if you haven't made that plan in your head of, I've got this money for this and this only, then it's free for all.
It
my head anyway.
It was a WWF in June said.
Because I didn't really make a concrete plan for my money. That means that anybody could have access to it.
Everybody. Any business, every business.
Exactly.
Friends, family, loved ones, folks that don't love you. There's always a plan for June's money. And even I have plans for her money that she don't know about. Okay, so
that's why I needed to lock it up real quick.
And family. And the point here is that we love making plans, and sometimes again we have those accidental alignments. June, let's be because we're always for real, right, June?
Yes, and good morning, Dante.
Good morning, Dante. He didn't come across my side just yet. But June, let's be honest here. Let's not be so fancy.
Okay.
Let's call it what it is.
We're gonna be for real.
We're gonna be for real. It's called an oops.
Okay.
An oops. That's the word of the day, fam. That's the Crazy Faith Family Reunion word of the day. Oops.
Yep.
An accidental alignment of people, places, and things. I'm doing my best. I'm grinding every day. I have a mission. I'm on my mission plan. But, oops, things just go wrong.
If we're having a for real,
yeah.
So I got a little bit of pocket change, okay? So I'm looking at banks and financial institutes. Where's the best one to put this little bit of pocket change? They'll give me the interest. And rates are really bad right now. I'm just going to let y'all know.
It is, family. And June and I, our $750 stock portfolio is now worth $620. All right, family. So you know what? That probably ain't the place where we're going to make our millions, June.
I know, and you have to really think about it. It's just like, what is the best route? What is the best direction? It's so overwhelming.
It is. And it leads to an oops moment.
Yes.
It just does. I have the most bestest intentions. I am dedicated. I have a clear mission.
Yeah.
I want to save, as June says, my pocket change. And it really is pocket change. It's the quarters and dimes that we come home with. We put it in a jar. At some point, we wrap it up. We take it to the bank and we deposit it. And think about it, that's a year's worth of effort.
Yeah.
A year's worth of saving. Coins add up, family. Nickels, dimes, quarters, pennies. It's still real money. And you put it somewhere and you want it to grow into even more realer money. Okay, grammar don't matter here, family.
It doesn't, but when you hear that you're going to get 5 cents for all your years of work, but they're going to make $10.
It doesn't line up.
Off lending your money out. It's like, huh? What?
Accidental misalignments,
So what do you do, Smith?
Oops. It's an oops moment. What do you do, June?
What do you do?
You just got to be crazy enough to stay on task. When all about you is going crazy, when all about you is just a hailstorm, whirlwind, things just moving left, right, center, up and down, you just stay the course, family.
And Jacqueline says, yes, I only take certain amounts of money and leave my debit card at home. Yeah.
She sounds like Bugs Bunny, my dwebit. That's her
dwebit.
dwebit. It takes her dwebit card.
So I honestly thought about, I have gone through to so many banks and met very, very nice people, but I honestly thought I'm just going to keep it underneath my pillow.
No.
I'm just going to keep it underneath. I ain't making no money at the bank.
That is an oops moment. We cannot leave this change at home in a jar. That is a oops moment. Again, the best laid plan of mice and men, all right? I plan to do this. I pray to do this. I want to do this. But I'm still getting the oops.
But Smitty, why am I... Very nice people, like I said. Trump always says they're very nice people.
It must be true. It must be true if he says it.
Very, very nice people. So if I give them my change and they're making $10 off my change and I'm only making $5, why am I letting them get rich and I'm getting
Girl,
nothing?
Good and well you ain't making $5. All right, if they
no,
making
I said 5 cents.
Oh no, you said $5.
Oh, I meant 5
I didn't
cents
say
while
5
they're
cents.
making
That's more realistic.
That doesn't add up because that's my money. So I might as well just keep it underneath.
No, because it's not safe. It's not safe there. It's not secure. You can actually go less than zero.
What?
Less than zero. What happens if you have an oops moment? You come home and your jar full of change is gone. See, now you're less than zero. So am I better off less than zero? Am I better off at 5 cents or no cents?
If it happens, I'm looking at your side of the family. It was your people, Smitty, okay?
It's definitely my people, all right?
It was your people.
I can freely admit it. But it's an oops moment, June. Sometimes we do our best to pray, prepare, plan, perform. The 4P square, as Mr. Dante Green reminded us. And I still end up with an oops. This happens in real estate all the time, fam.
But not even just in real estate. I mean, right now the stock market is going crazy. So I know people that have invested in their 401k plan. You know, this is for the future.
Yeah.
And they've lost a lot.
They've lost a lot. But the one thing we don't want you to lose, we don't want you to lose that drive, that ambition. We want you to remain crazy faith-filled, understanding that, you know what, this didn't work out, but I'm still going to maintain my dream. I don't know how I'm going to get there just yet.
Yeah.
See, that's the crazy faith part, is I don't have all the answers. What I have is some situation, I have some oops moments that I'm not satisfied with.
And that's life anyway, because like you used to say a lot, well, credit is cyclical.
It is. That credit is cyclical.
And money's
family.
cyclical.
It
goes
really-
up and down.
It
up
does.
And down.
It does,
And life
family.
is the same way. It's ups and downs in life. But you
That's why
can't
they call
check
it.
out.
That's why they call it life. What other option is there?
Exactly.
The other option, nobody wants.
That's right.
So, you know, family, there will be oops moments, and the harder we grind, higher levels, higher what, June?
Higher devils.
Man, family, I'm telling you,
So
you better expect it.
That's right. So I took my little big,
It was a little big to you, yeah.
To me it's big, to them it's little, but I took my little change
Yeah.
jar and,
Yeah.
you know, put it somewhere safe.
Yeah. You
And
know,
it's okay if I get 5 cents because at least,
it's better than negative
Nothing.
sense.
yeah.
It makes no sense.
Or no movement at all because
All right.
it's just sitting there not making any money at
That
all.
makes
So,
no. I say, June, if I keep my money at home underneath my mattress, it
Yes.
makes no sense at all.
I understand the joke.
All right, family. So again, let's make bigger, better decisions. Let's accept the fact that there are going to be oops moments. Yes, I'm going to go forward, and something out of the blue, and it's so frustrating. It makes you so angry that it just slows you down if you allow it to. So June, how do I keep grinding through the oops moments? How do I just keep my head down? That's what we're saying. That's the crazy faith part, family. It's this segment is not working out. My car repair is not working out, but I gotta keep grinding. You know, because June, you know, my solution is to do the waffle thing. You know, my car is one compartment, the house is another compartment, the family's another, the dental bill, the unexpected dental bill is yet another and another and another and another and another. What do you do, fam? Can't give up.
No.
You
And,
fi-
and you know, everybody says, or everyone used to say, you keep your head down. I don't think so. I think you need to keep your head
Yeah, maybe you
up.
should. Yeah, maybe you should. Maybe you should keep your head up.
Keep your head high, and keep walking, keep stepping, keep running. Whatever you need to do.
At least that way you see it coming.
That way you see it coming.
Because you know it's coming. You know
And-
life is heading
and
your way, family.
You could get ready for it because you see it, but your head down and you're grinding. You don't know what direction you're going to if your head's down.
And you gotta know. June, you're absolutely right. You gotta know where you're going. You gotta know where you are. You gotta know where you want to be. And because we're constantly, every day, we're reevaluating this
Yes.
path. You know. And see, the crazy faith part, family, is not that this is the path I'm going to take no matter. No, family. The crazy faith is that this is the path. And tomorrow, if I have to make an adjustment, I will. The day after I have to make an adjustment, I will. I'm not going to just will the universe to bend to my every desire because we all know, June, it don't work that
It
way.
doesn't. And you know what? That actually brings me up to another point. I actually had a client, and oh my goodness, poor thing was going through so much with buying a house, and she just wanted to stop.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know, that's what I used to be. She's a young lady, and I used to do exactly the same thing. Just stop and just wanted to bury my head in the sand. And when my head raised up, maybe it will all be gone. But life is not like that. It doesn't.
Doesn't work that way down here in D.C., family.
It
I can
does
assure
not.
you. And I bet it doesn't work that way anywhere else. Jacqueline says we have to set a goal, keep your eye on the prize, and just keep moving. And Jacqueline, she summed it up, June, saying exactly what you just said, June. Keeping your eye on the prize.
Yes.
So I'm looking at the prize. I'm not looking away from it. I'm looking straight at it. Again, this is my goal. This is the path that I'm going to take. And every day is an opportunity for me to reevaluate that path, June.
Yeah.
You know, June, have you ever had a great idea? You just have this fantastic idea. This is something that I want to do. It's going to give me everything that I need. And then the very next day, you know,
Not so much.
Yeah,
Yep.
not so much.
Yep.
Yeah.
It just happened. It just happened.
You know, I wake up, family. Man, I got the perfect marketing thing. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And then this is going to happen. And then the very next day, nah, I'm not going to do that. You know, and that's life too. A family, every day we reevaluate the situation.
But that's the one thing that's so beautiful about life is that we have the ability to change our minds.
People, places, and things. We change them all the time.
Yeah.
I change my mind. I change people. I change places. And I change things. Just
And you
putting
do
it out
that
there
so
for
that
you.
you can align with what you truly want. You know what I mean?
Accidental misalignments, June. What do we call them? Oops. Something.
Oops moments.
Oops moments, family. It's just that simple. But June, hey, we're at 25. June Smith had 2 closings, helped 2 families buy homes. One last week and one yesterday.
Woohoo!
June, congratulations. It was beautiful houses, too.
Yes.
Oh, my
Thank you,
God.
thank you,
Gorgeous
thank you.
houses.
Yeah.
Folks who attended our Grits and Grants webinars or Grits and Grants workshop. One person attended a Grits and Grants workshop 3-4 years ago, before COVID, when we were doing them in person.
Yeah.
And she hung in there, and she's now a homeowner. And now we have individuals who attended the Grits and Grants webinar, who bought a home. So family, we're still doing what we do.
And Smitty, did you actually post that one couple where she said that her rent was going up?
I was actually
additional-
I was going to post them all today.
Then I'll wait.
Yeah. Don't say anything yet, June. Let's post them all today.
'Cause that is crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Hey, family, we gave you anything of value? Good morning, Tabitha Mickey. Tabitha Mickey.
That's my girl.
You know, family, we gave you anything of value today. We told you anything that you know, that you should apply.
Yes.
Or anything you know that you should have known. But now that you know, you're going to take action upon it.
You gotta always take action.
They're going to be oops moments, family. And we got to learn how to deal with the oops. And June, I got to tell you, the best way I know how to deal with an oops is just to own it.
Yeah.
It's just to own it. You know, you can fight it. Dude, you know what? I screwed up. Okay? And there's so many different words for it. There's screw up. There's mishandle. There's mistake.
Messed up.
There's misalignment. You know, it's an oops moment. Man, it is what it is. Because we're all going to have them, June. You know,
But
they
they
don't just
hurt.
go away. They do. They do.
I
But
don't
it-
like them.
But again, family, we spoke earlier about our Grits and Grants workshops.
Yes.
We now have 2, June. Something's flying at me. We have 2. We offer 2 Grits and Grants workshops, 2 live workshops, live and in living color, the 3rd Thursday and 3rd Saturday of every single month. 3rd Thursday from 6 to 7:30. That's live and in person. 3rd Saturday mornings, 9 to 10:30, 9 to 11. Then we still offer our Grits and Grants webinars, which are every Tuesday from 6:30 to 7:30. So see, family, we've given you plenty of opportunities to dream big, to dream better. All right, take the first step. Dream about the second step. Get some grants. Get some down payment assistance. 3rd step, buy a home.
That's it.
Did I forget something? Did I forget anything, June?
No, that's what I was gonna say. That is
Okay.
it.
All right, family, there you go. Just go to SmittySmith.com. Again, SmittySmith.com. Register for one of our free events, one of our free Grits and Grants events. It's all about just starting down the path. That's all we want you to do, is just to start down the path. Jacqueline says, always, thanks for the good word. Be blessed, family. Have a great day. You do the same, Jacqueline.
Yes, definitely.
Just create your path. Create the path that you want. Don't always accept the paths that others create for us. Let's be big enough. Let's be bad enough to start drafting, creating, planning our own paths.
Because it's very easy to follow someone else's path.
It
It's
is.
very easy to allow someone else to make the decisions
It
for
is.
you.
It is.
Because you can blame them.
Absolutely.
Smitty, it's your fault.
It is my fault. Because I can plan better than you can plan for yourself. Hey, family, I got to go, Gadget, go. I am Smitty Smith.
And I am June Smith, River City Blues Realty.
Hey, family, there's just one path you got to take today, June. What is that F?
To stay blessed and
Highly flavored. Hey, family, hit us up, 804-350-4139 if you have any questions. And in closing, which this is closing squared.
Closing.
If you thought about a career in real estate, give me a call. Give me a call. Real estate doesn't have to be a job. Real estate is a career. All right, family, I'm here to help you make some dreams come true. Deuces.
Peace.